our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, STIPE MIOCIC. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson, the Spider SILVA!
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, early round action here featuring the consensus greatest UFC heavyweight of all time, the former champion Stipe MIOCIC, and it's always interesting to see which version he presents. There was a time when he was competing at 255 pounds. We have seen a much leaner Stipe of late, and he just believes in terms of his speed and his footwork and his boxing, this is where his body and his game is at its best. Oh, beautiful straight right hand. All right, leg kicks are the weapon of choice early for this kickboxer. No surprise that he would try to attack that lead limb of the boxer, who all of a sudden has to make some adjustments, and we're just getting started.
Well, he's got to beat that lead leg up. He's got to limit the mobility of the boxer by kicking that leg over and over again. He did it early. Let's see if the boxer can start to pick up on it and try to check that kick so that he doesn't get beat down and be very limited in his approach.
Silva getting tattooed by that stiff jab. MIOCIC's lower jaw did a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly.
Back to his feet. Look for him to throw that overhand here again.
Nice low single takedown.
Silva gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Oh, that one landed, yep. He's got to start kicking the body, kicking the head. He's just got to start kicking.
All right, so it looks like some bruising on that thigh right now. So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 7 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Anderson, the Spider SILVA!
Well, he is still considered by some to be the greatest to ever do it, and Anderson Silva certainly did it tonight. What a performance for the future Hall of Famer. He let his myriad skills take over and made it look relatively easy at times. Big W for the Spider under the lights tonight.